I can't believe it's already Christmas Eve.
I think it arrives sooner each year.
How did the luncheon at the youth center go?
Oh, it was perfect. Oh, I don't think we've ever had that big of a turnout. We gave away a ton of food for the kids to take home to their families for
Oh,
Christmas
that's
Day dinner.
fantastic. Fantastic. I wish I could have been there, but I've just had so much cooking to do.
Did the kids help at all?
Oh, Zuzu helped make Christmas cookies earlier, but they're both upstairs now playing video games.
Well, they should be helping. Let me call them down.
Oh, don't, hon. Let them be kids. It's Christmas Eve, or at least teenagers. And besides, that means I have you all to myself.
Oh, I like your thinking. Mwah.
Oh, ow.
Sorry. Sorry. Oh, these big old clumsy feet. I guess I was at the end of the line when they were handing out the practical feet.
But that does mean you were at the front of the line when they were handing out those big ticket items.
Oh, you better behave yourself. Santa knows who's naughty or nice.
Oh, there's only one thing I want for Christmas, and looks like it's right out there for delivery.
Hold that thought. Hello? Yes, this is he. Oh, hey, hi, Jamie. No, I didn't make a withdrawal. What? It's gone? What? No, that's impossible. Wait, how long are you going to be open today? I'll be right over.
What's wrong?
The grant money. The $25,000. It's gone. They're saying I withdrew it.
No!
I've got to go, honey. I'll be back as soon as I can. No. That can't be right.
I'm sorry, George, but I had my staff go over this 3 times.
We reconcile our cash balance every month, and we were perfect at the end of November. How could we be $25,000 short today?
Look, I have no idea, and I'm certainly not accusing you of stealing the money.
Stealing the money? I don't even say that. I've given my life to helping the people of this town. There is no way that I would steal from the center.
George, you know I'm a huge supporter of the youth center, but the state is pressuring us to perform mid-month audits, and the youth center came up last week on the hot list. I never expected you would have any issues.
What can I do?
I hate to say it, but you need to come up with the $25,000 before midnight. If you can do that, I can say we made a mistake. Otherwise, we have to report it.
Well, can you keep anyone from finding out about this until I've had a chance to come up with a plan?
Not a problem. My team will keep it under wraps, but you need to find the money before midnight. I can't help you much after that.
Thank you for seeing me, ma'am. I know how busy you are.
Never too busy for you, Miss Turner. And what can I do for you?
Well, there's an issue with George Bailey, someone on our proactive citizens list. Now, according to our social media team, things are about to go viral.
Ooh, well, I need a little more info. Quickly! I'm up to my arms today in, well, arms.
The Russians again?
No, the other kind of arms. Severed arms.
Oh, zombies are always terrible this time of year. The cold seems to invigorate them.
Indeed. So, what is going on with this George Bailey? Who exactly is he?
Well, he runs a youth center in Elmwood City outside of Buffalo, helps kids with tough home lives, gives them a place to go after school and on weekends, keeps them away from the zombies.
Sounds like a good guy.
Oh, he is, but he's being accused by an anonymous online source of embezzling from the center, and it was first posted on the Gentile Occupational Pride group, and then it went mainstream. It's taken hold on the town forums, and now his life is being threatened.
The GOP has been stirring up all kinds of nonsense lately. I presume the diffident emulating magnates are no help as usual.
They haven't said a word, at least not the local Dems.
And we know he's innocent?
I am 100% certain. I've been keeping tabs on Mr. Bailey for years. I sent you an email.
Oh, you have,
Well, yes, it's part of my duties as head of the intervention department.
I'm sorry.
Quite a looker, isn't he?
Ooh. I'm sorry. Enormous hands. Has this picture been photoshopped as some kind of joke?
No, not that I know of.
Good God.
Well, anyway, there is a discrepancy in the financial reports, but I'm sure that can be explained. However, we are under a time crunch, and you know how these things go. They spiral.
Yes, they do.
With your permission, I would like to go to...
Of course. Yes, go on. Report back to me with any problems.
Will do. Thank you, ma'am. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. You might want to go out through the north exit. I'm told we're inundated on the east today. Oh, and Paige?
Yes, ma'am.
I know that you've been looking to move out of the intervention department to head up the zombie task force. Now, if you and your team can manage to cull some of the herd out in Buffalo, it will look very good to the hiring panel.
Yes, ma'am.
Under the radar, of course. Last thing we want is the GOP working the zombies into a frenzy. We don't need that kind of negative publicity in an election year.
Agreed.
Well, I'm here if you need me.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
I've been over the numbers a dozen times. It just doesn't make sense.
I wish I could help you. You know, I wouldn't even have this bar if you hadn't stood up to the government board when they wanted to rezone.
Anyone would have done that.
No, they wouldn't have. Harry Potter wanted to build one of his businesses here. Even if you hadn't stood up to him, I'd be out of business.
I remember. You know, I've known Henry since high school chess club.
That's right. You were state champion, if I recall.
I certainly had the moves.
So I've heard from just about every female in Elmwood.
Yeah, right.
No, really. A man can't keep size 14 shoes a secret for long. What a wasted opportunity.
I had other things on my mind. Well, I better get home. What do I owe you?
You know your money's no good here. Have a good one.
Thanks, Tom.
Merry Christmas, everyone. The captain has turned off the fasten seatbelt sign, so I'll be coming around with your drinks momentarily. Ooh, Captain, I'll be coming to service you later on. Oh, shit! This thing's still on? Oh,
Nice. Well, as you know, we are bare bones because of the holidays, so this is all up to the three of us. Now, I'd like to draw your attention to the PowerPoint program.
No, not the PowerPoint.
Come on, Paige. It's Christmas. This is just cruel. It's straight up Ebenezer. Can't
Now,
you just tell us?
Or better yet, just send it in an email.
No. Now, stop it. A man's life is at stake here.
Okay, then shouldn't we use this time to talk logistics?
You have to know the history first.
Ugh. Fine, let's just get it over with.
Well, so much for your Christmas spirit.
I left my Christmas spirit back at the W, where I was supposed to be meeting a ripped young man in a teeny tiny Santa suit and big black boots. And that Santa sack of his had a package just for me.
Bummer. Sounds like your hopes for riding the Polar Express are going to be derailed this Christmas.
Yeah, well, at least someone wants me to have a seat on their train. You're going to be stuck with your battery-powered elf on the shelf.
Enough, you two. You do realize you're at work, don't you?
Painfully aware.
Now pay attention. You need to be fully briefed by the time we arrive.
Apple cider for you, hot chocolate for you, and eggnog for you.
That better be a virgin.
Of course it is. Just like me.
Now, to understand George's early life, we have to briefly touch upon the great pandemic of the 20s.
Oh, come on, really? We know all about this. We lived it. And what we didn't live was beaten into our brains in school.
It won't hurt to re-examine what happened. Besides, we were just kids. Now pay attention. It's all here in this video footage.
Welcome back to Fox News. We're more than 15 months into the so-called COVID pandemic crisis. And though there have been promises of a vaccine, no company... we have breaking news. There are multiple reports of people with COVID-positive patients exhibiting sudden aggression and violence towards family members and caregivers. This is no doubt a scheme by the Dems to pressurize people into wearing masks, to demoralize us, so we don't recognize when they want to take away our freedoms. We'll keep you updated on the plot by the Dems to... Liz, what are you doing? Liz, why are you foaming at the mouth?
I know we're not supposed to root for the zombies, but in this case...
No kidding, that was the best part of the clip. Eat them for breakfast, Liz.
Come on, guys. Let's keep our focus. Here's the next clip.
Months after the pandemic began, zombies are well controlled in most countries. However, in the United States, zombies have been shot by many citizens. The first reaction was to shoot and to kill the zombies. It all spreads the virus simultaneously from blood and airborne for many kilometers. While this did kill the zombies, it also spread the unique virus in many ways. As a result, most of rural America was overrun within a few months. The United States neighbors, however, have taken emergency steps. The president of Mexico immediately dealt with the cartel, building a 10-meter wall on the entirety of the northern border within 6 months.
Promises made, promises kept. To the north, Canada, despite its proximity to the United States, has experienced very few outbreaks due to the country's overall politeness and natural lack of aggression.
Looks like those Canadians aren't all hosers after all, eh?
Listen, it's all that poutine. I bet they just don't taste very good.
Focus, guys. There's one more international report.
These stupid Americans have succumbed to the zombie plague, and I can only say it was predictable and long overdue. This is payback for the ignominy placed on us with their soaps and their arrogance. Remember the phrase, cheese-eating surrender monkeys? Remember the freedom fries? This is the universe's ultimate karma against the arrogant Americans.
Wait, what is this? France?
Oh, it's the new West Germany. Did you guys study the 7-Minute War at your school? You know, this is why we need to bring back the Common Core.
Okay, now that we're caught up on that, we'll go back in time even further to the year 2011. George Bailey was born one snowy February day to Irene and Peter Bailey.
You've got to be kidding me.
Is it really necessary to go this far back?
How else can we do our job if we don't know all the facts? Now, here is George getting his diaper changed for the very first time.
Whoa. How do his parents know which one's his leg and which one's his...
Oh, stop reading. It's just a bunch of trolls. Cowards that hide behind their phones.
How am I supposed to keep you safe and the kids safe if I don't know what they're saying?
Safe from what?
People on here have posted our address. They know where we live. There's one thread that says they're gearing up to form some sort of armed protest outside the house. Some are even saying that they're going to herd a bunch of zombies this way.
Oh, it's probably just talk.
Are you willing to take that risk?
George, it's Christmas Eve. I just want to spend it quietly with you and the kids. I'm sure people have got better things to do than to be bothering us.
No, they don't. They're all trapped in their houses with relatives they hate, drunk on eggnog and self-righteousness. They need someone they can blame for the state of the world. I don't even know who started this rumor. I mean, who would want to just come up with...
You know who.
Oh, no. No, surely not. Do you really think it was Henry Potter?
Of course. He hates that you took over the youth center when your father died. He wants all the kids to spend what little they've got at his skate park and fun centers. They're so ridiculous. They can do all that safely and cheaply at the youth center, and he hates that.
I thought we had moved past all that.
Oh, Henry never moves past anything. Even with all that money, he always wants more. Besides, he never got over the fact that I chose you over him.
If you're right, then we're in more trouble than I thought. I've got to get out here.
What are you doing?
I'm posting that I'm going out, that I'm not afraid. That will draw their attention away from the house.
Oh, no, George, don't do that. It's cold out there and it's full of zombies.
I have to, Mary. I would do anything for you and the kids.
Stop, George, don't
I have
go.
to think about my family.
No.
See, that didn't take too much time. And here is where George does his first heroic deed. Happy?
Not exactly, but if we can make it home by 10.
You really think he's going to be there waiting for you?
I am hoping for a Christmas miracle. I was really looking forward to playing with those jingle bells of his tonight.
Anyway, here are George and his brother Harrison building a snow fort with the neighborhood kids.
That is the biggest snow fort I have ever seen.
Well, little Samantha's dad pawed most of it up with a backhoe.
Ah, that must be why there's severed heads stuck in the wall.
Oh, yeah, look at that. An early one. Remember how creepy the zombies were before they mutated the first time? Look at how the eyes bugged out and their tongues stuck straight out.
Those were the only things that stuck straight out on them. Just ask my ex-husband.
Again, ladies, this is a workplace.
Got it, boss.
So, once the snow fort was finished, the kids decided to use the sloped side for sledding. Take a look at this video recorded by one of the kids.
Awesome. Who's going to go first?
I think it should be Harry.
Oh, you just say that because you got a crush on him.
Do not.
You too.
Do not. Besides, you have a crush on George.
Do not.
You too.
Oh, the only thing you want for Christmas is Harry.
Do not.
You too.
Okay, enough, you two. Harry, you want to go first?
Yeah.
Okay. Climb to the top, and we'll count you down. Oh, careful.
Okay. He stepped on a zombie's eyeball.
Ew! Look how it's squished out.
Stomp the head down, Harry, so it doesn't make a bump. Okay, he's ready. Let's count him down. 3, 2, 1.
Go!
Go!
Somebody do something!
Damn, what a way to go. Kid sickle.
No kidding. Survived the initial zombie infestation just to go out as a floater.
What is wrong with you guys? This is a little kid we're talking about. And he didn't die, by the way. That's the whole point. George saved his little brother. Now watch.
Hang on, Harry! I'm coming!
George, be careful. Oh, I'm going out to help George. I mean, he's in the water now, and I'm going out there and get him.
Wait, he's coming up!
Got him!
Oh, Harry!
Hurry, Sam, grab my hands. Let's help pull him back across the ice.
That version is way better. My man George coming for the rescue.
Yay, George!
What the? Are you guys drunk?
No.
Well, let's move on.
He won't be able to prove it was me.
Your folks behind you. Okay.
Traceable? How? Nonsense. I covered my tracks. Now file that paperwork. I don't care if it is Christmas Eve. Get it done.
That sounds decisive. Where do you stand on buying the center?
Filing the injunction for all operations to officially cease now. What do you lawyers? Charge out the wazoo, and then you have to force them to do the work.
Well, it is Christmas Eve.
Don't go soft on me now, Billy. We got to get that youth center closed. It's socialism, plain and simple. It's bad for business and bad for America.
Exactly how much did you lose this year?
Technically, we didn't lose any, but we only gained 1%. That kind of poor growth is unacceptable.
I don't know. I'm pretty happy with the way things are going. I think you would be too.
What? What's the matter with you? You're my business partner, not my mother or my conscience. Act like it.
I just think we should wait it out. With the way the zombies have been mutating lately, I think there's a real possibility that there could become our future customers. Then the youth center becomes moot.
What am I hearing? They aren't human. Good God, woman. You of all people should know that.
I saw a report the other day that there have been instances of verbal communication among the herds. If they keep going that way, maybe one day.
How many of those have you had?
Come on, Henry. I'm just saying maybe you don't have to crush George Bailey in order to remain profitable. Poor guy thinks he's going insane since that grant money disappeared from his account.
I thought you were on board with this. What has gotten into you?
I don't know, maybe a touch of the Christmas spirit?
Nonsense. We can't afford for you to have any Christmas spirit.
What do you mean we can't afford it? You have 5 houses, a private jet, a full-time staff for each house, even when you aren't there. We can afford it.
You disgust me.
Yeah, well, maybe I'm beginning to disgust myself. I don't know what I've become, but I know I don't like it.
Well, you better snap out of it if you want to remain partners. And if you don't, then that's a whole different story.
Is that a threat?
It is what it is. Now, I'm going upstairs to get ready so we can leave for the gala. I assume you can amuse yourself down here for 20 minutes.
Sure, Henry, go on.
Well, look who it is. The socialist thief.
Please, Henry. I thought we resolved our differences. Now, you said you were fine with the youth center staying open.
Yes, as long as it didn't directly compete with my business. But then you turned the back lot into a skate park and added the gaming room. Now half the kids in the town are at the youth center. My revenue has dropped like a rock.
Well,
that's not exactly true, Henry.
Keep out of this, Billy.
Your father and my father were friends. Surely we can work something out. My father always spoke so highly of your family.
Peter was a sentimental fool, a bleeding heart for the less fortunate, or the lazy as I call them. This is America. We all have the same opportunities here.
Henry, I'm just trying to find a way out of this mess that doesn't hurt my family or the kids at the youth center. Surely we can find a way to do that. Now, I'm not accusing you of having stolen anything.
Yeah, I should hope not. I'll sue you for slander.
Look, I need help, Henry. There's a rumor going around that I stole that grant money, but honestly, it just disappeared from the account. The bank is saying that they show a transfer with my name on it, but that's impossible. I'm just asking if you can help me sort it out.
Easy. Although I'm innocent of any wrongdoings and resent any implication otherwise, I'll make you an offer. Take out the skate park and the gaming room, and I'll make the rumor go away. I may even be able to help you track down that missing money.
But those are exactly what bring in the kids who would be on the streets, getting into trouble or getting bitten. The ones who have no money to spend at your businesses anyway.
Where there's a will, there's a way. They'd find a way to pay for what they want. You know, on second thought, my offer has changed. I'll fix this problem for you if you sell me the youth center.
You want to own the youth center?
Prime real estate, Georgie. It won't be the youth center after I bulldozed it and rebuilt it as Elmwood's biggest indoor gaming center. Don't worry, I'll keep the skate park out back. I'll even give you a discount ticket for the off season.
You're a monster.
And you're a childish idealist. The world will never be kind to you, George. Either agree to my terms or suffer the consequences.
I will never agree to your terms.
Have it your way. Now, get off my property or release the zombies.
Henry!
Release the zombies?
I keep them caged out back for just this purpose. Much cheaper to keep than hounds. They just need a few limbs tossed over the fence every few days to keep them going and keep them hungry enough to chase their prey. You make sure to lace their limbs with methamphetamines, which seems to have an interesting effect on them.
No need. I'm leaving.
Release the zombies!
Henry, what are you doing? He left.
This will put a spring in his step.
Not there. Not there. There. Okay, so see, here is George's first job at 16, working as a pizza delivery boy.
Damn, look at him. George was a hottie.
Ooh, pizza.
Focus! Now, he was making a late-night delivery when he saw a young woman being held at gunpoint.
Whoa, what happened?
Oh, we have footage from the security camera. Take a look.
Of course, my car would break down in the shittiest part of town with no cell signal. Come on, you stupid cell phone.
Give me your fucking money!
I don't have any.
Liar!
I don't. I use Apple Pay for all my purchases. I haven't had cash in years.
Then give me your fucking phone!
Oh shit, fine.
What's the password?
I don't remember.
Bullshit! You want to get shot, lady?
I don't. I swear. I always just use facial recognition.
Jesus Christ! Get your face over here!
No! Gotcha! Run, lady!
Oh, you're dead, man!
Stop the weapon. Drop the weapon, and I'll let you go.
Oh, not gonna happen, kid.
Oh my god, did George make it?
What? Well, of course he made it. He's alive today, isn't he?
Oh yeah, right.
George is badass. I think I got like a tiny weeny crush on him. Like it's giving me the wiggles. Kind of reminds me of my ex-husband, Jeff, before I went all like necrophiliac on me.
Ew.
So, as you saw, George saved the woman, but he was shot in the right shoulder.
Double badass.
What the hell is going on? Excuse me! Excuse me! Are you serving alcohol?
Well, no, ma'am. We don't have any on board for serving. I can check with the captain if you want. He usually has a little in the...
The captain usually has some? What? No, I don't want any alcohol. I want to know what's happened to my two subordinates.
Nothing, I swear.
Just the Christmas spirit.
Jeff Snap's roasting on an open fire.
The pilot had better not have any alcohol out, or so help me.
Oh, no, ma'am. I'm sure he doesn't.
Nah. Now, where the hell was I?
George was shot in the right shoulder.
Yeah. Okay, George was shot, and it caused permanent nerve damage, and his plans for a college baseball scholarship and later a career in the Navy zombie division vanished overnight.
Sucks.
George didn't let that stop him, though. He still attended college, though he had to take out tens of thousands in student loans. His father ran the Elmwood Youth Center as a passion project. He didn't want it subject to the whims of state funding, which was forever being diverted to the zombie effort, so he relied on private donations. He made a small salary, which was just enough for him to live on, but he wanted his life to mean something. He wanted to give back to the community.
Stand-up guy.
Man, even his dad was sexy.
George could no longer join the Navy and see the world, so he focused on his studies, and he became interested in science. While at college, George met Mary from his childhood, and he asked her to meet him for coffee.
Oh, well, thanks for meeting me. I was worried you wouldn't show.
Well, the coffee's great here. Of course I came. Just kidding. Why did you think I wouldn't show?
I don't know. I guess I just... What happened to you after Harry's accident?
Well, my dad lost his job when Mr. Porter transferred the customer department that Dad worked in to India. He had us packed up in less than a week, and we moved to a smaller house in a different school district.
You just up and disappeared. I didn't get to say goodbye to you. You never came.
Well, but I did. You don't remember my coming by your house?
No, I don't remember much about those couple weeks afterwards. I had an infection and I was in and out. I almost didn't make it. They were actually worried it was COVID zombieism for a bit, and well, then I suddenly recovered. I'm sorry, Mary. You never told me you came.
I know your parents were really upset about how bad you were, but I suppose a visit from me just didn't really matter.
It mattered to me. It matters that you came.
Well, you know I always had a soft spot for you.
I had an inkling you did. What with the snowballs you threw in my face every time I turned around. So what's your major? What career are you working toward?
Social work. I wanted to be able to help people who got into situations like my family did. What about you?
Environmental science and how it directly affects the biology of viruses. You know, I'm convinced that this whole COVID zombieism virus can be traced back to something in our environment. Something in nature mutated or man manipulated nature beyond her limits, and this was the result. Just think of what our lives would be like if it weren't for zombieism. We could travel the world freely. We could let our guards down. And I believe that one day we will be able to get there. In fact, I've discovered some very promising data related to soil composites that I think just might be a way out. We just need to figure out how the virus originated, and maybe then we can find a way to apply what I think I've discovered. Maybe then we can find a cure.
Oh, it sounds like a wonderful way to live, George. If anybody can do it, you can.
Thanks. Hey, so I was wondering, you want to grab a bite with me later?
Well, are you asking me out on a proper date?
Why, yes, Mary. I am.
Well, I suppose I could accept, but you didn't say where you wanted to bite.
Well, if I told you that, you'd probably slap me.
George.
Sorry, my sense of humor gets the best of me sometimes. I hope I didn't offend you.
Well, considering that I haven't told you where I'd like to have a bite, I guess I could let it slide.
Where would you like to go? What's your favorite food?
Hot dog on a stick.
Mary!
You asked for it. And besides, after all those balls I threw into your face, I suppose I could stand by and let you throw a couple into mine.
Check, please.
Oh, is it getting hot in here, or?
That was some amateur flirting, but I'll allow it.
As you can see, George and Mary began dating, and but then George's father, Peter, had a stroke and passed away. George had to drop out of college and work at the youth center so he could care for his mother and his younger brother.
This guy has the worst luck.
No kidding.
Well, he's working at the youth center ever since. Now, he and Mary got married, and they had 2 children, Peter and Zoe, or Zuzu.
He named his son after his dad. Damn, that's like fucking touching as hell.
I never knew you were a softie.
It just makes me think of my own dad.
Oh, shit, I'm sorry. Damn, girl, when did he die?
He didn't. He's just an asshole. Just makes me wish I had a dad like George.
Good God, you two! We are going to have a serious talk during the debrief. Anyway, fast forward to now. George is being slandered by a man named Henry Potter, who owns several businesses in the same part of town as the youth center. He was angry when George kept the youth center open, as after his father passed, as its presence eats into his profits.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. This guy's name is Henry Potter? Does the Wizarding Council know what he's up to?
Yes, he's like Voldemort's son.
No, stupid. Henry is the hero. He kills Voldemort.
Oh shit, you're right. Wait. Isn't it Harry?
That is it! Hand it over.
What?
The booze. I know you have it. Now, or you're both fired.
You better give it to her. Jeez, wait a narc.
Give it.
Man, what do you expect? You got us working on Christmas Eve. We deserve a little cheer.
Well, clearly, you have had a lot of cheer. Now, let's talk logistics.
Henry?
Mary Bailey. What a pleasant surprise.
Hello, Mary.
Billy?
I'm sorry, but you've made a wasted trip. We were just leaving for the Potter Christmas Eve gala.
I'll be quick, Henry. You have to fix this. You're not only hurting the business, you're hurting our family and the community.
Oh, Mary, you made your bed when you chose to marry George Bailey, of all people. You could have married me. Look around. See what your life could have been.
We do just fine, thank you.
No thanks to George. Your meager salary, if I recall, not only helps barely keep you afloat, but also help keep your parents from losing their home. Doesn't leave you a lot of money for extras, though, does it? Kids wearing thrift store clothes and hand-me-downs.
I didn't love you, Henry.
Who would have grown to love me?
Please, Henry, I'll do anything.
Is that right?
I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to interject. I can't stand by while this happens.
Billy, I suggest you mind your own business.
That's exactly what I'm doing, Henry. My reputation is tied to this business, just like yours. Mary, I promise I'll fix this.
I'd like to remind you, Billy, that you don't want to cross me. I made you who you are today. I swept some very unpleasant things under the rug for you a few years back. It would be a shame if those things were to come to light.
You wouldn't.
Oh, yes, I would. Oh, Mary, dear, you better hurry along. George was here earlier, and last I saw, a pack of very hungry zombies were following him.
Oh no! Oh!
You're a real bastard. You know that?
Of course I do. It's part of my charm. And you do well to remember it if you don't want your secret getting out. Now, the car's waiting for us, and we're already late to our own gala.
We're making our final descent into Elmwood. Please remain seated as the captain has now turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. Ooh, that's not the only thing you turned on, you hot piece of... Oh, shit, not again!
I am surrounded by crazy people. So, now to reiterate, the plan is to check into the motel and immediately set out to find George.
Okay, but how exactly are we supposed to do that?
I had a tech hack into his phone. We're tracking his every move. We do this all the time. You know that.
Right, but I just forget sometimes that we're the creepy spies.
We are not the creepy spies. We're the good guys.
Yeah, we gotta go save George.
Yeah.
Well, before we do anything, we are stopping for coffee and some sort of bread to soak up all that alcohol you two soon-to-be unemployed idiots have consumed.
Oh, come on, you don't mean that.
Want to bet?
Where's your Christmas spirit?
I bet a carol would make you feel better.
No, it wouldn't.
Yeah, a carol.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, little town of Buffalo.
No!
Deck the halls with songs of zombies.
If I didn't need your help with this, you two would be under arrest. I swear I am this close to calling the National Guard or the FBI or the fucking Elmwood Sheriff's Department when we land.
No. We'll be good.
We just have to make it through tonight. Then I'll never have to deal with you two again.
Wait, you're not really gonna fire us?
Oh shit. I thought we were just having some fun with you. We're your lovable screw-ups, remember? Damn, are we getting fired?
I should fire you. I really should. Well, this is beyond the pale, so unprofessional. I mean, I know we have camaraderie, but you've pushed it too far this time. But no, I'm not going to fire you. Not yet, anyway. But you two better sober up and pull it together, or I'll leave you in Elmwood.
No, anything but that'll be good, I swear.
Get you another?
Oh, yeah, might as well. I'm parched from outrunning a herd.
Zombies bad out there?
Oh, those are the least of my worries.
Oh, I hear you. Kind of getting used to them. This version, at least. One sampled in the other day. He actually pointed. I served him a beer with a straw, and he got most of it down. And he stumbled out again. Didn't even try to bite me.
That was gutsy.
Stupid, more like it. But I was bored. Don't get me wrong. I still kept my shotgun at the ready, and I ain't no zombie advocate either. I just don't think they will ever evolve enough to not to bite people.
I gotta admit, I think we have to consider all our options. It's been decades. If we don't come up with a cure soon, then perhaps the humane thing to do would be to put them to rest.
What'd you just say?
Huh?
What did you just say?
Look, I don't want any trouble.
You're one of them zombie killers, ain't ya?
No, I've never killed a zombie.
But you would if given the chance.
Ma'am, I've had plenty of chances. Who hasn't? But I have never done it.
But you think we should murder them all? That makes you just as bad. Just because you're too big a pussy to do it doesn't mean that you ain't guilty for thinking it.
So now I'm guilty for if I think about something? How does that hurt anybody? And listen, if anybody is a murderer, it's a zombie. They literally eat people.
They can't help it. It's in their nature. No one would put a dog down just because it bit someone.
That's exactly what happens. There was a story just last week about this dog
Well,
whose owner.
they ain't dogs.
I never said they were.
And they know a lot of good people that are zombies.
Oh, so you would let one bite you?
Stupid. I ain't saying that. I'm just saying there are better ways to deal with it. We need to establish a zombie zone where they can roam freely and live out their lives.
Live out their lives? What lives? But have you ever heard of one dying of natural causes? And what about feeding them? Who should they eat?
It's better than murdering them. Murderer!
I am not a murderer, you zombie fucking hillbilly. Were you from Kentucky? How did you survive the initial outbreak?
I guess I'm just smart.
All right, simmer down. Let's keep it civil.
Zombies carry disease, and we still haven't proved that prolonged exposure doesn't carry the risk of airborne zombie encephalopathy. But I doubt you're particularly at risk of that.
So you're one of them fearmongers, huh? It's people like you who are ruining this world. Hey, now that I think about it, you look familiar. Do I know you?
I don't think so.
You're George Bailey. You're that guy who stole money from the youth center, taking money from the kids and putting it straight into your own pocket?
Hey now.
It's not true. It's all a vicious lie made up by Henry Potter.
The wizard?
No. Henry Potter! The guy that owns half the businesses in town.
Oh, him. He's a patriot. You're just jealous because he's a good businessman. You get off taking people's hard-earned money.
I haven't done anything wrong. The money from the grant just went missing. It was in the account one day and then gone the next. I devoted my life to that youth center, gave up all my dreams to run it.
Gave up on your dreams? Huh? So you just decided to steal from everyone to make up for it? You're a thief and you're a zombie killer. You don't deserve to breathe the same air as zombies.
Zombies don't breathe!
Run, George, run! Don't worry. Like I said, your money's no good here. Shut the... Hey, it's a zombie. Hey, want a beer?
Hey, don't worry. I won't let them hurt.
That's it. Both of you out of my bar, or else I'm going to use the shotgun. Ugh.
Oh my God, what am I gonna do? There's nowhere I can go. Everyone thinks I'm guilty. The youth center's gone and no one will ever hire me. That is, if I ever stay out of jail. Ugh. The only thing of value I have left is my life insurance policy. I'm literally worth more to my family dead than alive. I should just jump. At least this way, Mary and the kids will be safe. I wish I'd never been born!
George, stop!
It's okay. We're from the government. We are here to help.
You idiot! You never say that! Stop, George! We can save you and your family.
You can? How?
Well, let us show you. Come with us. Look, we can't stay out on the streets. The zombies are too active. And we just passed a cluster caught in the nativity scene, and they're going to be pissed when they realize that baby Jesus is made out of plastic.
Do you have some sort of ID or something?
Satisfied? Now let's go. We have a room at the Elmwood Inn.
Ew. Is that the best you could do?
Everything is booked up and we're on a government budget. And it's not like you can afford to be picky right now.
Oh, good God, the smell in here!
Don't bring up the smell. Please, I have already puked twice.
I believe that has less to do with the smell and more to do with a gallon of whiskey you drank on the way. Now, George, we need you to lie down on that bed.
Excuse me?
It's okay, promise. We're not going to do anything like creepy.
Yeah, I'm not convinced.
George, when we found you, you were about to kill yourself. You said you wish you'd never been born.
So, why do you care?
Because, George, you're a good person who is meant for great things.
Right, yeah, tell that to all those people out there on the internet.
Fuck the internet, George. Seriously, half of those people are Russian trolls, and most of the other half are American trolls.
They threatened my family. My career is destroyed, and I'll probably end up in jail for something I didn't do. I have a life insurance policy. My family will be better off if I'm dead.
George, you know that's not true. Think of your kids. Don't you think that they would rather have you here than a bunch of money in the bank?
Not if I'm in jail on a laughingstock.
George, trust us.
But you're from the government!
Oh, forget that for now. We're going to help you whether you like it or not.
How? Is this some 3 Christmas ghosts thing? Because that's been done ad nauseum.
We're going to restore your faith in humanity, and more importantly, in yourself. Now lie down on the bed.
Dude, come on. What have you got to lose? You were about to off yourself 10 minutes ago. I promise that this will be way less painful.
Painful.
Just lie down! Look, we aren't going to hurt you. We're going to lead you through a guided meditation. Now hurry the hell up. I have a tight-ass Santa waiting for me in D.C., and your ass is wasting my time.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, okay. Sorry, you could have just said so.
Here, take this.
What is this?
A magic mushroom.
You're going to trip the light fandango.
It's light fantastic.
Pretty sure it's skip, not trip.
Oh my God, who cares? Eat the damn mushroom!
And live from Buffalo, it's Saturday Night with WNY Improv!
Oh, that's awesome! Yay! Oh, good job! Good job!
I gotta go to the bathroom. I gotta go. No, wait! Forget it. I ain't got time.
Oh, actually,
Where do you go?
minutes? I really got to get my cards written out. I haven't sent them yet.
All right, Amy, where'd your pants go? Amy, here. Where'd you go? Oh, there you are.
Yep.
Here.
Oh, thank you.
Welcome. You know, I'm super hungry. I'm gonna make a big giant bucket of popcorn. Here, Rich. Here, Rich. Here we go.
Oh, hey, Justin, I gotta run up and go get something to eat, actually. Can you help me out?
Sure. Sure, Giselle. Here.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, awesome.
Hey, Justin, all this talk of food is making me hungry. So could I have my pants?
Sure, what are you wearing?
Jeans.
Ah, here we go. Here, Judy.
Thank you.
Got him.
I got them. All right. Let me put my pants on.
All right.
Okay, see you shortly.
Not good when you're the 10th check guy and you don't own pants.
Oh. 10 minutes. It's okay. I'll get it written out now.
There's a line. I can't believe there's a line. I shouldn't have waited. Who wants to get up in the middle of a show? It's so embarrassing. It's moving. The line's finally moving. Oh, come on, come on. Finally. Come on, I gotta go.
Okay, focus. Focus. Okay. Pick the ones you like. That's all. Just send cards to the ones you like. I'm just not going to send any. Just not going to send any cards.
I better make this quick. Let's see. Add 2 tablespoons. Oh, God, let's make this up. Let's see here. Let's see. There's a 1. Let's see. 2.
I can't go in that. Now I have to clean it out. You have no respect. I have to do everything around here. I get no help around this place. I'm crying out loud.
Cheers.
I'm gonna miss the show. I gotta go.
Hey, Justin. Yeah,
Everything
sorry.
come out okay?
It's, I'll get them later. All right. Need them later.
Yeah?
Am I stuffed?
Oh, hey, guys.
Oh, I got too much sodium in the popcorn, but I'm excited.
Food baby. All right, my pie is ready.
Ooh, hi.
I'm coming.
More smell?
Oh my goodness, I forgot my pants. Oh my gosh, me too. Hold on. I got them. All right, here you go, Justin. Catch.
Sure, I'm ready again. Oh.
It's food baby.
Let's get back to the show.
Ah, perfect. And now back to the show.
What's going on?
We're taking a trip back into the past so that you can just see what life would be like if you'd never been born.
Where are we?
Don't you recognize it, George? We're down by the pond. Samantha's dad built the fort, which everyone wants to use as a sledding ramp. All the neighborhood kids are here, but there is one missing.
Who?
You.
Huh. Well, you're right. Well, everything looks different than I remember. The light is brighter and the colors are weird.
Memories are often better than what reality was.
And don't worry about the colors. Those get better the further along we go on this journey.
Look, George, there's your brother Harry. He's about to slide down the ramp.
Right, I remember this. This is where I saved Harry's life.
But you're not here, remember?
Oh. Oh, Harry! Hey, Harry, wait, Harry! Harry, don't go do it!
Too late. There he goes.
Oh, he's gone through the ice! Oh, somebody help him!
There goes little Samantha running off to get her dad. Harry's friend David is trying to go out on the ice, but he's too heavy, not skinny like you were. And he has to turn back. The ice is cracking underneath his feet.
There's Sam's dad. He's got a rope.
And he's tied it around Samantha's waist and sent her out to get Harry.
Oh, hurry, Sam, hurry! Oh, my gosh, she's made it! She's pulled him out of the water!
They're back on shore now, but they were too late.
Oh my God. Oh, Harry. Why are we walking in the cemetery?
You'll see. Look at that small tombstone.
Read the inscription.
Harry Bailey, beloved only son of Peter and Irene Bailey. Our hearts are buried with you.
Let's move on. There's more to see.
Recognize this place?
Yes. Oh, Mom always loved her garden. She spent hours out here while Harry and I...
This is 8 years after Harry's accident. You would have been 16. On this crisp fall day, as your mother is winterizing the garden and...
Do you remember this day?
Oh, no, please, I don't want to see this.
This was the day Harry ran out of the house just in time to save your mother when you were in college.
Wait, she sees the zombie. She's standing up. She's going to escape. I know it. Why isn't she moving? Well, she's just standing there.
She's heartbroken, George. She tried to move on after losing Harry, but the grief had just been too much.
Oh, God. What happens to her? Does she die or...
I'm sorry, George. She joins a local herd down by the dollar store.
What about Dad?
He visits her every day until the stroke.
Please make it stop.
Let's take a break now.
Excuse me. I'm looking for my husband. His name is George Bailey. Has he been here?
Oh, you missed him by about a half hour.
Well, was he okay?
Well,
he wasn't bitten, was he?
Oh no, nothing like that.
Well, what was wrong?
He was really stressed about what's going on, and with the center, then some lady in here kind of recognized him, and it came to blows.
Oh my God, is George all right?
Well, he was the last time I saw him, but he ran out of here after that jackass attacked him.
Well, who was it? Do you know the woman who attacked him?
Not really, but she's right out there if you want to see her.
Where?
She's the one circling the light post.
But she's a zombie.
Yeah, terrible thing. George ran out and left the door wide open. One of them looked like it was on meth or something. Zipped right in and went straight for her. Didn't even stop for a beer first.
Is that supposed to be some kind of joke?
Not at all. Can I get you anything?
I need to find my husband.
He looked like he was headed in the direction of Jumper's Bridge.
Oh, God, no. Oh.
How's it going, Paige?
He's having a tough time, ma'am, but I'm optimistic.
Well, how's your team handling things? I know those two can be a handful.
They're doing great, ma'am.
Oh, well, glad to hear it. I'd hate to have to fire someone on Christmas.
Oh, no, ma'am. You certainly won't need to fire them.
I was talking about you, Paige. Anyone who can't lead a team of two gives me serious reservations about how they're handling their current job, let alone their ability to head up the zombie task force.
No, ma'am. Everything is fine.
Just taking your chain. I know you got this. You are not the type to allow shenanigans on your watch.
Oh, that was a good one, ma'am. Got me going there for a second.
Well, seriously, though, we need a win. People are starting to lose faith in the intervention department. And if they lose their faith in that, they lose their faith in me as their leader.
Understood, ma'am. We won't let you down.
Well, glad to hear it. Now keep it up, and there might be a change in employment for you soon.
Yes, ma'am.
Just hear her talking. Did I just hear her talking about you changing jobs?
Were you eavesdropping?
Well, no, but you had it on speaker. Don't worry, I didn't hear anything else. George was over there moaning, but judging by your face, it looks like we missed out on something good. Care to elaborate?
Private conversation.
Oh, I think he's ready to start again.
I'm tripping balls, man.
Yeah, I'd say we better keep this thing moving along.
You ready, George?
Of course my car would break down in the shittiest part of town with no cell signal. Come on, you stupid cell phone.
Give me your fucking money.
I don't have any.
A liar.
I don't. I use Apple Pay for all my purchases. I haven't had cash in years.
Oh. Then give me your fucking phone.
Oh shit, fine.
What's the password?
I don't remember.
Bullshit. You want to get shot, lady?
I don't. I swear, I always just use facial recognition.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Then get your face over here. Ugh.
Stop! My neck, you're hurting me.
It's your fault. Stop pulling. Just get your face over here. Oh, shit. Oh, shit, lady. Are you okay? Fuck.
Oh my god. Oh my god, the poor woman.
You saved her life, George. Surely you know that.
I guess I never stopped to think about whether I made the right choice. If I actually saved her life.
I'd hazard to say that woman would think that you made the right choice had you been there this time. You were the most important person she's ever crossed paths with. And now...
Without you, she has a literal hole in her life.
Unbelievable.
Yet completely true. Come along, there's more to see, and this part is going to be hard to see.
Oh, George. George, where are you? Oh, George, I hope you haven't done it. We can get through anything.
Mary, is that you?
Really? What are you doing here? Have you seen George? Did he go back to see Henry?
No, dear, I'm sorry. I haven't seen them.
Oh, then what do you want? Haven't you done enough?
Mary, I want you to know it had nothing to do with Henry's plan.
You may not have pulled the trigger, but I'm not stupid. I know that you knew what was going on.
It's true, I did know. I just felt like I couldn't do anything to stop it.
Why not?
Because Henry has something on me. I'm not proud of it, and if it gets out, it could do me a lot of harm.
But the entire community depends on that youth center. It literally saves lives. It keeps the kids off the street. They don't get into trouble or turned into zombies. Isn't that more important?
It's not that simple, Mary. The thing that Henry knows, well, hell, what's the point? Might as well just tell you, I'm to blame for the outbreak of zombieism.
What?
I used to work for the CDC, researching different strains of the common cold. It was a top secret program to design a strain that could be weaponized against our enemies. But before we could perfect it, one of our subordinates stole it and released the virus.
In China?
New York City, actually, at the airport. Patient Zero was a Chinese national, headed back to Wuhan. He wasn't contagious until after he arrived back in China.
So the origin was
the United States. We scrambled to contain it, but it was too late. We had coded to evolve to something swift-acting, causing temporary paralysis, but we weren't finished when it was stolen. The DNA sequencing was all wrong. And as we've seen, it evolved to something more monstrous than we could have imagined.
But as horrible as that is, it isn't your fault alone.
It is, though. I built my team and I trusted the wrong people despite the warning signs.
But what does that have to do with Henry Potter?
I became very close friends with Henry's father, Charles. I confided in Charles one evening after too many scotches, and Henry overheard. When Charles passed, Henry began blackmailing me, insisting that I not only invest in the business, but that I smooth the way with local and government officials to whatever he wanted. Anyways, once it gets out that I am responsible for the state of the world, but now I've got to put my foot down. I can't do it any longer, Mary. It's time to face up to what I did. It's time that I did something for the good of humanity, and I'm going to start by helping you and George.
If you mean that, Billy, then we've got no time to lose.
I'll do anything to help, Mary.
Then come with me. George isn't here, so he's still out there somewhere, and there's still hope. I've got a plan.
Mary? Wait, what's Mary doing here?
George, I think you can figure that out.
Oh, please, don't tell me.
Yep. Henry is boinking your wife. Because now she's his wife.
Oh, Mary, why? Why would you do this?
Don't you remember how hard he pursued her? Without you there, he wore her down. And she gave in. And remember how Mary used to send money to her parents the first several years of your marriage? They were struggling financially. When she married Henry, she was able to pay off their mortgage.
I'd forgotten about that.
Oh, and speak of the devil, there's Henry.
Jesus Christ. You make me sick.
Yeah, back at ya, app swipe.
Oh, I never heard Mary say something like that.
You're like a goddamn slug. All you do is lay on the couch and drink.
What am I supposed to do? You all let me work. This is so boring.
Social work is beneath you. I won't have you bringing home lights and who knows what from your clients.
Ah, you're a dick.
How original. Real classy.
I can't take this.
Get off your ass and do something useful.
Fine.
Where are you going?
I'm gonna go feed them.
Again? I told you I don't want them to be fed more than twice a week.
They're my parents, and I'll feed them when I want to feed them.
Her parents? They're...
Yep, they're zombies.
But how? I thought you said that after she married them, that she took care of them. After she married.
Yeah, sure, he let her do that for a while, but when things got rocky, she tried to go home to them. Henry couldn't have that, so he arranged for them to have a little encounter with a herd.
But how could she stay with him after that?
Don't be naive, George. It's not like he told her he did it. In fact, she ran back to him and he accepted her with open arms. But deep down she knows, and she hates him for it.
Wait, if she's married to Henry, then that means Peter and Zuzu. Does she have kids?
Nah. Luckily, Henry got a nasty case of the clap in college. He's sterile.
Mary always wanted to be a mother. Even more than she wanted to be a social worker.
Just another dream down the toilet. And all because you don't exist.
That's enough. I don't want to see anymore.
I know you don't. But there's one more place we need to see.
I might hate to interject, boss, but he says he's good, and if we leave now...
Keep it up, and you'll be walking back to D.C.
Okay.
My God, what? I knew you would have the youth center close, but what is this? A giant orgy park?
Not quite. Let's take a look inside.
What is that?
It's a gambling sport. Potter extends credit to people, and when they can't pay, they have to work it off in the ring. Spectators bet on whether the person will survive, which zombie will bite him or her, etc.
Oh, it's barbaric.
You know, most of them don't make it out, and those that do usually end up back in debt where they started.
It's pretty hardcore.
I'm almost afraid to ask it, but where do the kids go now that the center isn't open?
Potter magnanimously allows the kids to stay out back in the broken-down skate park while their parents gamble away their money. If their parents make it out, great. If they don't, they have to make their own way home.
Enough. I've seen enough already. Please, take me away from here.
In a moment. First, I want to make sure that you understand something.
I understand. I shouldn't have wished that I'd never been born. I take that all back.
I'm glad to hear that. You know, without you, so many people would have died or never even existed. But what I want you to understand is that what you see here is not the past, like everywhere else we've visited. This is the future.
But if it's the future, then won't this happen anyway? No matter what I do? Well, why do I stick around for it? At least my family would have the insurance money.
Stop trying to take the easy way out, George. I am this close to smacking you. Your future isn't set in stone. If you're worried about this kind of future, then do something about it. Don't just sit back and let things happen.
Yeah, George, grow a pair.
You're right. No, you're absolutely right. There's got to be something I can do, isn't there?
Well, there's always something you can do. Even if it's just to ask for help. Well, asking the right people, that is, not the toxic individuals in your life. Now, let's get back to the present. I have a feeling there are several people worried that would like to nothing more than to see your face.
Let's go.
That's right. It's all set. Go finance me. Please share it everywhere. Absolutely. Thank you. We knew that all those internet comments couldn't represent the whole community. Thank you for believing in his innocence. Yes, I will. Bye.
We've already gotten $5,000, and I know it's a long way to go to get to 25,000, but I know we can make it.
If it's who I think it is, sorry.
Did you hear something?
Yeah, if it's who I think it is, our chances of success are about to get better.
Oh,
Patrick, so glad to see you.
Oh, you too, Billy. I'm happy you called.
Patrick, this is Mary Bailey, George's wife. Mary, this is Patrick from Elmwood Savings and Loan.
Nice to meet you, Mrs. Bailey.
You too, but what brings you here? Have you found the missing money?
Oh, no, ma'am, I'm sorry, but when I heard what was going on, I knew I had to do something to help. That youth center saved me as a kid. So looking into whether we could prove the withdrawal came from George, but whoever it was has hidden their tracks, and then, without the proof.
Understood. What news do you have for us, Patrick?
I just wanted to reassure you that I'm on your side, and if you can come up with that money before midnight, I can transfer it into the youth center's account and claim a clerical error.
Why midnight?
We're still within the bank's window of disputed transactions. Once it gets reported to corporate, however, yeah.
Well, thank you, Patrick. We've actually tried our hardest, and so far we've raised $5,000. We've only got 20,000 to go.
You mean 15,000?
What?
I'm donating $5,000 to the cause.
Oh.
Got to save that youth center and save George. Now, if you allow me to sit down and join you, I've got a few calls I gotta make.
Oh, my head.
The journey back can be rough, but you made it.
I still see colors.
That'll wear off soon.
All right, team. It's time to get going. George, get up and splash some cold water on your face. We've got a youth center to save.
I see Mary's got a fundraiser going, but they've still got quite a ways to go.
Can't we just donate?
You know the rules. The intervention team isn't allowed to buy people out of problems.
It's a stupid rule.
If we spent money to help people out, our department would be broke, and you would be out of a job.
Well, maybe the rule's not that stupid.
I'm ready.
Right, let's get going. It's getting colder by the minute, and the zombies will be getting feisty.
It's 11:30. Where do we stand on donations?
Well, we're up to 19,000, but I don't know that we can close a $6,000 gap in half an hour.
Billy, is there any way you could maybe...
I wish I could. It was the first thing I checked when Mary came up with the plan, but it seems all of my accounts have been frozen. Henry has friends in high places. I have no doubt that in the next couple of days, there will be a knock at my door, and I'll find the police or the FBI.
Oh, do you really think?
Yes, it's time for me to face the music. I've spent all these years running from my past, from what I've done.
What did you do?
Later. I have a few more calls to make. If I can get a hold of anyone. It's Christmas Eve and everyone's either in bed or has their phones off.
Mary!
George! Oh, George! I was so worried. Where have you been?
I've been everywhere. To the pond where we used to go sledding, to the time in college where I got up the courage to ask you out, and to the future, which made me realize that there's so much more to do, and that I can't give up. And the colors, Mary. Oh, so many colors.
What colors?
That's just the mushrooms, ma'am.
Excuse me. Who are you?
We're from the intervention team, ma'am.
Well, what's that?
We're an agency that operates under the direction of the federal government, namely the president.
Oh, and you've been with George all night?
Yes, ma'am. Just about.
Oh, and what was that about mushrooms?
It's a technique we use to help individuals examine their lives from an outsider's perspective. It's quite effective.
Would you happen to have any of those mushrooms left?
Mary!
Well, George, it's Christmas Eve. I'm just asking. Besides, I could use a break from reality. I'm afraid we aren't going to make our fundraising goal.
How short are you?
Let me check. Oh, well, we're at 20, but we're still 5,000 short. And at this rate, we just aren't going to be able to get there.
I see. I'm sorry, ma'am.
Please don't lose hope. There's got to be something we can do. This fundraiser shows you how many people are on your side.
You are so right, Billy. Well, just listen to this. I mean, look at these comments, George. Gabrielle Smith, she wrote, Elmwood Youth Center has been a godsend for my family. My kids have somewhere safe to go after school while I'm still at work. And John Pearson, remember him? He says, George has always come through for us when we needed help, from keeping the kids at the youth center when we were running late to collecting donations for us last winter when I lost my job. And there are so many more like that. We've got the town on our side, George. I know somehow we'll make it through.
Hey, look, you made it. Someone donated $5,000.
It's a Christmas miracle.
What? Who was it?
Oh, it was anonymous.
I've got to hurry. Excuse me.
George, we did it. We saved the youth center and our family.
Yes, we did, Mary. Thanks to all the people of Elmwood. I never knew so many people cared.
You're special, George. You've always put others before yourself, and you deserve good things.
Thank you. I've been meaning to ask, how did you know about me? Of all the people who need help in this world, why me?
Well, you saved me, George.
I saved you. What are you talking about?
It was 2027, and my car broke down in a bad part of town. Of course, I had no cell signal, so I got out of the car to try to find one, and a man pulled a gun on me. Suddenly, this brave, incredible guy in a pizza delivery uniform stepped in and saved me.
That was you?
That was you.
If it hadn't been for you, George, I'd be dead. You don't forget something like that. When I joined the intervention team, I started looking you up every now and again, just to see how you were doing. When I saw what was happening to the youth center, I knew I had to intervene.
Now you saved me. I guess we're even now.
Oh, you're never even when you share in the continuation of another person's life. It's not a zero-sum game. You sort of take on the responsibility of that person's well-being forever. So what I'm saying, George Bailey, is that you're stuck with me.
I'd like nothing better than to be stuck with you.
Okay, enough of this mushy stuff. Can we all just have a moment of silence for the stud in the Santa suit that's spending Christmas Eve in DC all alone?
Pretty sure he's not alone.
You don't know that.
Away with a stranger, he slips into bed. She's pulling his pants down and giving him head.
Bah, humbug.
Oh, good news. I got the money in just under the wire. George is officially off the hook. I'll have our media team release a statement clarifying there is no substance to the rumor and that it was, in fact, a clerical error. Henry's injunction will be thrown out by the judge.
Thank you, Patrick. We couldn't have done it without you.
No, thank you and George for always being there for the residents of Elmwood.
You deserve every happiness, George. I'm just sorry that I ever had anything to do with Henry Potter. I never should have let him blackmail me into visiting his business partner. It was the gravest mistake of my life.
I don't know what Henry has on you, but what matters is that you're here now and that you've helped save us and save the youth center.
Thank you, George, but I really don't deserve it. Once you discover what I've done.
No, Billy, you don't have to.
No, it's going to come out anyway, thanks to Henry Potter. I am responsible for the COVID zombieism, thanks to a top-secret project I was working on. I trusted the wrong people, and they released the unfinished virus in your...
Wait, you created the virus.
Well, in a way, yes.
Do you still have access to the data?
I mean, I'm not supposed to, but yes.
Oh, this is great news!
What? How is this great news?
I still have all my research, and I never gave up on it, even when after I left school to run the youth center.
George, I had no idea.
Well, what did you think I was doing locked in the basement all those nights?
Well, you always said that the basement was off limits to everybody, and with all of the lotion you kept going through, well, I just assumed that...
Oh, no, that's because my hands are dry from washing them so much.
Sure, dry hands.
I wasn't judging.
There's no time for this. Billy, go and get your research. I have a lab in the basement, and with your help, I think we might just be able to find a cure for COVID zombieism. Mary, we've done it.
Done what?
We have found a cure.
You have?
Oh no, it was all in the genome. When we deconstructed the molecular structure of the virus and crossed that with
Please stop. Please stop.
Well, the point is that we think we've got it. Can you imagine a whole world without zombies?
I can't believe it. All these years and only took one night with George on the case for it to be solved.
Well, I couldn't have done it without you and your research, Billy.
If you two are finished patting yourselves on the back, perhaps we could think about next steps. How do we get this out to the public?
And speaking of the public, I thought you were being blackmailed by Harry Potter.
Henry Potter.
I know, I just like saying it that way.
Yes, well, that's something I'm going to have to face up to. When the world finds out that I'm responsible, then my life will be over. Perhaps that's the way it should be.
Not so fast, Ms. Knight.
What is it? Something happened?
No, quite the opposite. It appears something hasn't happened, that it never did.
Okay, enough with the cryptic statements. I haven't had my coffee yet, and according to Instagram, my Santa baby found another reindeer to drive a sleigh last night. So I'm really not in the mood. Out with it.
Well, I put out some feelers last night, and I just heard back. According to the files in this email, you are not responsible for the zombie outbreak, Billy.
What? That's impossible!
Apparently not. There was a security breach by an outside group when you weren't on duty, and that's when the virus was stolen. In the initial chaos of COVID zombieism, they didn't discover the breach until after you'd been let go.
And they never bothered to tell me?
You know the government. You'd already lost your security clearance then, and besides, someone was going to be in big trouble for firing you and making such a blunder of things, so the powers that be buried it instead.
How did you get a hold of it?
Oh, I have friends in high places. Speaking of which, I've got to take this. Hello?
How's everything working out there?
Perfect, ma'am. Thanks for all your help.
Oh, don't mention it. This was a big job for you all, especially on Christmas. I was happy to assist. Though there is something you and I need to discuss.
What's that? Is it the zombie task force?
Oh, no. I have it on good authority that you donated $5,000 of your own money to George's fundraiser last night. Is that true?
Yes, ma'am?
Well, I don't suppose I need to remind you of the rules against interfering monetarily with our subjects.
No, ma'am. I am aware.
But you chose to breach protocol anyway.
Yes. And I do it again.
Understood. Now, about the zombie task force position.
Yeah, turns out we didn't really have time to call any of the herd. But we have some much more important news. George and Billy Knight believe they found a cure.
Well, how certain are they?
Pretty certain, it sounds like.
If that's true, then it's going to put the zombie task force in an entirely different ballpark.
It's okay, ma'am. I know I was giving up my shot at that when I donated the money, and that was before the cure.
Well, on the contrary, Paige, I'd like to offer you the position.
You would?
Well, who better to roll out a plan for the cure than someone on the ground who knows all the key players? We have a lot of rounding up to do if we're going to get the ball rolling on this.
Actually, ma'am, if it's all right with you, I was thinking of keeping my position heading up the intervention department.
Really? Well, I was under the impression that the task force was something you wanted for a very long time.
Well, it is. Or it was. But now, after everything, I just think I can do more good dealing directly with people in need of our services.
Oh. You're sure?
Yes, ma'am, I am. Besides, I don't think there'll be too much longevity in that task force position. Better stay where I am. I guarantee we'll never run out of people who need help.
Well, you're right on that. Now, go. Celebrate Christmas. You deserve some merriment.
Thank you, ma'am. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
All sorted?
All good. What say we celebrate?
Absolutely. The kids aren't awake yet. I'll break out the eggnog. Who wants a glass?
Me for sure.
Oh, I would.
I'm almost afraid to see who that is.
Rudolph! I can't believe you're here.
Babe, you won't believe it. I think the president called me. I mean, that's who it sounded like. Like she wanted to surprise you, and she flew me out here on like a private jet or whatever. It was awesome.
This is the best Christmas present I could ever ask for.
Excuse me, the rest of us don't want to see this. You can ride Rudolph some other time.
Your name's Rudolph? Like the reindeer?
No, it's really grand, but they just call me Rudolph because I've got like a big red
nose. He has a big red nose. Dude, we're among civilized people.
Oh, right.
I guess the gifts just keep on coming.
You won't get away with this, George.
No, sir. It's you who won't get away with it.
Hey.
And who are you?
Paige Turner, head of the intervention department. I work directly under the President of the United States. Expect an indictment.
Boss, if you just look over.
What? Well, you have no proof of anything. You'll be hearing from my lawyers.
Paige,
looking forward to it. And just so you know, you are now under surveillance. So we'll know if you try anything to harm George Bailey or his family.
Ah!
Jesus, that zombie looked like it was on meth.
Oh, I knew that was going to happen.
What?
I saw him coming through the window. I tried to tell you.
Oh, well,
Karma, I guess.
I'd like to make a toast to George and Bailey and to the entire intervention team. The world is a better place because of you.
Babe, he didn't say my name.
I will say your name later.
Cool.
I've never been so thankful in all my life. You are all now officially a part of the Bailey family.
Hear, hear.
Hear, hear.
Damn. This is touching.
On behalf of the entire group, I thank you from the bottom of my heart, George Bailey. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas!